In this L2 data mapping video, we're going to go through the process of loading a private file of L2 IDs with additional response codes back into the platform, making them selectable just like any other branch, but it's your private data, not shared with anybody except for yourself and your team. So what we're going to do first is go down to private data. You can see the branch is currently empty. I'm going to click on the plus sign next to it. And in this case, we're using the L2 voter ID or the LAL voter ID. This can be done with any database or application, so consumer, automotive, and of course the constituent file uses the same voter ID as the voter file. So what we need to do is first go up to File, Select, and we need to pull down the file that we're looking for. I have preloaded a file called L2 ID upload match. I'm going to double click on it. I'm going to keep the branch name the same here. I'm going to keep the email the same, which is which you get where you receive a notification when the branch is done. The nice part about this email is that if you're loading something gigantic, like millions or millions of rows, it will take a little while. You'll have the ability to close this window, walk away, do other work, whatever it is you might be doing, and you'll get a notification when it's finally loaded. I'm then going to click Proceed. Now, at this point, if there was an error in the load, it will tell you by saying, well, sorry, the header you put in did not exist or wasn't correct, but it looks like it was correct. So we did find a matched Boolean row. We have the birth date, which is going to be listed as a date range. Voter score from 1 to 100, I'm going to put this as a numeric range. Gender, selectable individual value, and then responses, yes or no, selectable individual values. From there, I'm going to click OK. So what we just loaded was a file of L2 unique identifiers matched back with response codes, and you're seeing in real time the instant loading of those data back into, in this case, the Florida application. But again, this could be done on the nationwide app. This can be done anywhere. Now, if an update has taken place, this will be the time where you're going to see that some of the rows were not converted. It looks like about 2,500 didn't match the current database. So maybe this file's a little bit old and we just updated Florida. That could be the reason for the mismatch here. Closing the pop-up, and now you can see the L2 ID, and here's all of the individual records that matched. 53,000, I select yes. And you can now see that there's people, looks like a group in the St. Petersburg area, the Miami area, and what looks like maybe the Panama City area as well. So you can actually see that there's people spread throughout the state in terms of who these selects are. You can see their birth dates are all selectable just like any other information up here. Gender selectable just like up here, which of course we include with our file anyway. But then you can also come here and say, here's your response data, your private response data. I'm looking for the no's. Let's find the people who responded no to whatever the question is you might have asked. And then, of course, your voter score is here too, where you can say you've got a score from 18 to 99, and you could actually take that score and you could say, well, I'm just looking for 50 plus. And it will isolate it to just those individuals, 50 plus in terms of the voter score. And that's how you can utilize the private ID branch when using the LAL voter ID. You can also use a state voter ID to do the exact same thing, and that's shown in a different video linked in this video.